hustling my whole life. I stay hustling my whole life.
Pitchin and Grindnin podcast with your host Klassik, Anaya, Daffe, and Aaron.
What up? Another week we here, Pitchin and Grindnin podcast. What's going on?
You know what it is.
Yeah, another week. You know what I'm saying? Starting the year off with a bang.
Yeah, what happened this week?
Man, shit, it was so much. TikTok went down,
Yes.
came back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't get that. It got banned and unbanned. It's good to have money, baby.
Yeah. Well, what's name said he was gonna bring it back, and he was the one that started it in 2020. You know what I'm saying? He started the whole. Trump was the one that started the ban. Like, yo, we need to take TikTok down in 2020, and then he wanted to be the hero now and make himself look good. So now he look like the savior right now.
Well, a lot of people love that platform. I've never used it. I've seen it, and people have sent me stuff, and I try to open it and see what it is, but I don't have one. But
Man,
hey,
people going crazy. You got kids setting congressmen out, offices on fire, and everything else, all because of TikTok. Like, it's crazy.
That's why they just need to leave it banned. That's stupid. Like,
yeah,
our country is like literally the laughing stock of the world.
It is actually.
Yeah.
It is.
It was more adults going more crazier than the kids.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's pathetic. That's really sad, and I'm disgusted.
Damn! Look at us. We all fucking match almost with the hats and shit. Like, we kind of set this up.
And we did not. We didn't.
The army fatigue now,
Army,
yeah.
I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm just disgusted. I was excited when they was like, they was banning it or whatever, leave it gone. Now, the flip side to that is, when it comes to like a political standpoint and things like that, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that the Democrats and the Republicans can get together so swiftly to ban TikTok, but they can't come together for things that actually fucking matter.
Nah, they because it's all about money, Like, at the end of the day, them Chinese that own it, they're gonna pay some money up under the table to keep it going. The U.S. got to get their cut.
Something's gonna happen. I know one. I think the United States right now, after all these years, they are trying to ban food coloring in food. I mean, certain chemicals that are
like yellow 7 is terrible, especially for men.
Red 40 is horrible. Yellow 7 is bad.
And that's in Sazon. That red 40 is all up in Sazon.
All in it.
Yeah. They should have never let it come out anyway, but they didn't give a damn. So.
No,
did y'all see the thing about Fabuloso?
Nah, I didn't see that.
I know it's horrible.
Yeah.
So it's beyond horrible, right? Because people use Fabuloso as a cleaning agent.
Yes.
But there is a bacteria that lives in the Fabuloso.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Cleaning agent. And it is highly dangerous. And the things that people like to do to maximize their Fabuloso experience actually makes it even fucking worse. So say, for example, you have Fabuloso as a cleaner, and instead of just putting it on your floor, you decide that you want to put it in a spray bottle and spray it. So now you are spreading the bacteria. And it is the way that the bacteria works. It actually is more highly effective when it's being sprayed. So you're exposing yourself even more. Respiratory infections and things like that is prone to.
Community doesn't stand a fucking chance.
Nah.
Well, I don't know if they have some type of immunity to it or whatnot, but I don't know. But I seen this video, and this lady was literally like having convulsions and seizures and stuff. But yeah, it's I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this shit, okay? But it's a bacteria. It starts with a P, like how pneumonia starts with a P, but isn't pronounced. The P is silent.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's like a big thing right now. Over 4 million like bottles or whatever have been recalled of
So
Fabuloso.
is
So
it
is
the
this something
purple?
that's been going on, or is
Oh,
just
that
It's
something they
it's
started?
it's been in there. They
Oh,
the
okay.
scientist guy that was doing the video was basically saying that it's a cleaning solution, but somewhere in putting these ingredients together there was an error because this bacteria is not supposed to be able to even live in
And
the
they just found
solution.
that out.
I think it's insane that all of these low cost cleaning products that you typically see among certain demographics
Hmm.
always have some crazy, stupid health risk after we've been exposed for a good 5 to 10 years. Then they want to come out with it, but yeah.
easy, easily. Yeah, that you're right. So with Sasson, definitely. So they have there's a new Latin company headed by some young people that are involved in health. They open their own like an organic um seasoning. You know
Yeah.
it. You
See,
know
okay, because I was looking for a substitute because I love my sazon. I really don't want to let it go.
no. I had, but I have some information. But like you said, you don't always know if organic is really totally organic.
Nah, it ain't.
Exactly.
It's
You
not.
know what I mean? Because
It's
You
not.
know,
it's so me. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get um grass fed meat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's on the range and from a farm. If you don't go to the farm, grass fed mean they just put grass in a
in whatever captivity,
right, and they just feeding them grass all day. They're not moving, they're not grooving.
they're
So I'm
not grazing.
right, they're not grazing. And I was like, grass fed don't mean shit. They got them hooked up by the neck. And no, this shit was horrible.
Mhm.
This shit was horrible. I said, boy, these companies they got if you
Oh, they be doing a whole lot of shit behind the scenes, man.
if they ain't devilish, I don't know what
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah. They
Oh, for
don't care about
sure.
you.
No, they don't care.
They
I'm
No.
don't care about you.
oh, it's organic. That doesn't
Yeah.
nothing there.
No.
One little speck off of from being over organic.
But
Um,
when we were kids, nobody thought about anything organic. I don't
no,
even think it was in
boy,
a damn store.
Well, see, when I was a kid, especially like, when I was in Georgia with my grandparents, like with my aunt and stuff, like we live in the country. We didn't
Yeah.
need organic. We knew our shit was organic. It came from the garden right there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
it
thinking
wasn't a need for it.
I'm gonna need to pick up some skills when it comes to living that type of life because everybody could wear cowboy boots and have a hat, but that doesn't mean they know how to farm.
Nah, they
City,
don't.
half these people now that you see, they're cosplaying. Like, they
No, I'm not.
ain't never even been on a farm.
I'm not talking cosplay. I'm talking about actually like really like getting it in.
No, that's what I'm saying. You talking
You
about
like
cowboy boots
yeah,
wearing people, half of them people in cowboy boots ain't never even been on a farm.
that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about really learning how to live off the land because it is dirtball shit out here.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah,
um, me and Ken, we know a lot about water. What I didn't know about water is that people actually own waterways.
yeah.
How the fuck can a human own a waterway?
That's where it gets really messed up, and that's where the politics comes in, and that's where you have the situations like what you have in Flint, Michigan.
Right. And
You know,
right now, they said,
This
what is that popular man? I forget the name of that bottle drink, Fiji water.
Fiji.
mhm.
So that family that owns Fiji water actually owns waterways around the world. How the fuck you own a waterway?
Yeah,
You
Hey
not
man,
only God can
you could do
control
that.
water.
Yeah,
Like
water. Yeah.
they're talking about you better start investing in oxygen.
that's what I was about to say. If they can figure out a way to charge people for taking breaths daily, they will. They are going to do it.
Oh,
Oh
they're
yeah.
I'm just was thinking I said I'm so happy I got more summers behind me than ahead of me. Because I hate to see what these youngins gonna have to go through. Imagine a motherfucker trying to charge you for the air you breathe. It's bad enough for the water.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Unfortunately,
It's coming.
I feel like so many of them are so out of touch. I mean, come on, they are ruled by TikTok. and not really any real values or anything like that. So I feel like if it gets to that point and that happens, it's gonna be one or two ways. Either they're just gonna be taken out storm, and the ones that are smart enough to conform and get with it, they're gonna be the ones that live. And the other ones is gonna be a huge, massive like die off of population and things like that, because all of it has a huge part to do in population control. And then the flip side is because they don't respect anything, there's going to be a huge like uprising and upheaval, and they gonna set it off.
So that's funny you mention about population control. Some people say they want less. I think they want more population. And I'm going to tell you why. The more people that are on the planet, the more they can consume products. Why would you want less people to consume products if you're a company?
But see, here's the
That's my
thing.
question in here.
It doesn't matter. So here's the thing. It's all about supply and demand. You don't need more people to consume more if you make the supply seem like it's not there. You don't need more people. You just control the supply. You don't need more people. So they can get rid of people, and the population control is actually detrimental to them. Like that 1% that has all this money that, controls everything, they do have a need to control the population, because ultimately these natural resources that we can't make any more of, like when it's gone type shit, the population control heavily depends on that, and their ability to have their legacy and their lineage and make sure that their people are good. So they absolutely want population control. It's not necessarily going to affect the numbers wise, you know what I'm saying? And the 1% don't care anyway, because their money is still going to flow regardless.
Hey, Klassik, we got, is our guest almost on?
Yeah, he's coming on. He's not on now though.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can't wait. All right.
Yeah.
What a
yeah.
TikTok TikTok went back, came back, is back.
That
Let's
was the dumbest shit ever. I'm
It
mad.
was literally a update. That's how long it went off.
I
yeah.
think, was it even a full 12 hours?
No, it wasn't, because it
Oh,
went off early for whatever reason. It went off early and then it came back.
okay. Okay.
Like
So I like I said, people love it. What else? So we had fires, and then we had TikTok. Big. That was even more
Did
news.
y'all see where people had set the highway on fire up here in Zebulon, North Carolina?
No, I
nah,
was
nah,
going.
I didn't. I
A few
didn't.
days ago, our highway up this way was on fire on the side of the road and stuff. Somebody had set it afire, trying to, I don't know if they was trying to recreate what the people in Cali had going on or what, but they was able to catch it. Luckily it didn't get too, out of hands. But yes, they set the fire up this way.
Wow. Hey, these
Yeah,
people
people have
going
lost their
crazy,
mind.
man.
People have definitely lost their minds. I don't know. I don't know. It's insane. Um, yeah, I feel like when you cross certain lines and you allow somebody to be president of a free world that has those type of character traits, like how can you hold people, the citizens, to a certain standard?
Oh, this world they going nuts, man. They're going nuts. They don't even care about nothing no more. It's this shit is doomed.
Yeah.
Damn. I,
It's
I
doomed,
was
man.
for a lift me up. I'm hearing doomsday. No, I actually agree.
Yeah,
It,
And
this shit
it's
is doomed,
also,
man.
I actually agree.
when I was a kid, people used to have certain conversations with me because they felt like I had a deeper understanding of things than just the average child, right?
Yeah.
And so growing up, when I would talk about these things, people would always say things like, "Oh, you're one of those conspiracy theorists, right? You're one of them." And I think it's ironic. It's not even funny. I can't even say that it's funny because it's actually pretty messed up that it's not a theory anymore. We're living in it right now. All the things that they said, oh, the world is going to be like this. Like, we are literally, when we used to talk about things like the New World Order, we are living in it right
Right
now.
now.
It's no longer, the conspiracy is very present, But it's no longer a theory. It is fact. We are in it.
I remember 25 years ago, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do have open ears. Someone was like, "Yeah, man, they're gonna have digital currency." I'm like, "Nah, nah, digital currency is on its way, like more than on its way." Like,
I mean, it's already there. Look at how many places since COVID, and I feel like this is a big part of COVID, why they had to do that. A lot of places now no longer, you can't even pay them in cash.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was eventually going to get to that and do away with that money shit. It's coming to a complete stop in a minute.
They are trying their hardest to completely do away with currency
yeah,
in the physical form,
I need
paper and coins and things.
bread or something. I mean,
How
like,
many people come walk around with money in their pockets? You know what I'm saying? Like
not many.
most people don't walk around with money in their pocket. Now you could tap with your phone and everything else. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need your wallet. Just bring your damn phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And they
and
were talking about having licenses going electronic.
like driver's license,
Yes.
Yeah.
electronic how? Because like they already can scan them and do
No,
like face recognition and things like that.
you wouldn't have to carry them.
I feel like they need to do that anyway. I mean, I feel like if they can do stuff like, um, if they can do things like how we have the Apple Pay and the tap.
Right. This is what that is the ideology they're going on.
Yeah,
Um.
you shouldn't have to get a ticket because you don't have your driver's license on you as long as they can pull it up and see that it's valid.
Right. And they know it's you.
That's just like I think it's dumb as hell that, you have to renew your driver's license. I didn't renew I'm still the same person.
Oh, they want that money.
They want that update photo.
They want
That's why.
money.
I didn't change
They
anything.
want to see what you look like now.
Yeah, they want that money. Fuck.
But with face recognition, you really don't need that. And they've had facial recognition for a while now.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they like well.
You know what?
So there's no need to
Like,
even have to update your driver's license photo.
they want that Benjamin Franklin facial recognition. That's what they want. Oh,
Yeah,
every
like you
Yeah.
said, it's a
5
money
years
thing.
charge you for. What are you drinking on?
Oh, a little vino. Just a little vino. It's still my birthday weekend, so
I know.
So what did you do for your birthday?
Oh,
absolutely fucking nothing, man.
wait.
I seen you out.
I see your
That
booty.
was
We
after
seen
my
you out.
birthday though. Like the day of my birthday, I didn't do anything. I went to the day of my birthday, I went to the gun range.
You
Shout
shoot
out to the homie.
really good, don't you?
You said what?
You shoot really good, don't you?
Oh yeah, you want to see my targets? I
Yeah.
have them. I kept them.
Well, we know who we hanging with. Oh shit.
What is that? What's she getting?
She didn't see her targets where she was hitting all in center mass, blasting.
I didn't see it.
Oh my.
Hold on.
Wait up.
Let's see.
You ready to take somebody out straight
Well,
to the heart?
I know who's gonna. I know what people I'm gonna take with me when I go.
Yeah,
into
right.
people that can cook and shoot
I don't know why it won't show up. There it is.
oh my.
Oh, look at you straight. You straight taking them out right in the middle. Oh yeah, we taking you everywhere.
Listen, so
Sniper, sharpshooter.
yeah, I
Singer,
had to.
shooter. How's
Well,
that
that's
line?
what I qualified. I was always, qualified expert with my weapon in the military and stuff. So
Um,
I actually got a sharpshooter award in the military before. So you said what?
how did line dancing go with them big ass boots?
What boots?
Them big ass boots you had on they're heels, right? So they come up all the way high. How did that?
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say they weren't bulky. They're heels. So that wasn't really a line dancing party. They just played a Tamia song, and
Oh,
that's my favorite line dance to do. So
mhm.
I had to seize the moments. Um,
I tell you, everybody's starting to steal your way of life. Though I see more cowboy.
Yeah, everybody a cowboy now.
Everybody.
that's what I was
Hey,
saying. It's they're cosplaying.
we was doing something 8 years ago. I was like, "What the hell is this shit?" I said, "This sound like." Well, yeah, we call it Southern sausage. Shit, sound like the blues to me.
Yeah, it sound like the blues to me.
Yeah, we call it Southern
And
soul.
not only that, it's like, yes, the blues. Some of it is even if you're familiar with quartet gospel music,
Yes.
okay?
hmm
Yeah, of course.
A lot of it has the same count, the same bass lines,
Mhm.
and everything as quartet gospel music. They just have worldly lyrics.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's literally the same shit.
Then quartet, you go from the gospel music, and then at night you go to the liquor house music. So
Right.
yeah,
Like somebody had just posted, one of my buddies had just posted on his Facebook page that they done made trail ride selling into a gospel song and 3 souls have been delivered today.
yeah.
Cause like when you listen to it, if you just hear again the instrumental to it, hey, it sounds like a gospel song. Do 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 do. It sounds like a quartet gospel song.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, hey, I like to watch it. It's not my lifestyle, but this what's up. You know what I mean?
He trying to figure that thing out over there.
Nah, not at all.
No, I'm talking about our guest. It look like he's trying to There we go. Connecting to the audio. We almost got him. There we go. But yeah, I'll be glad, when the next thing comes out, because unfortunately, our people are very bandwagon, trendy people. So I'm just ready for the next trend to come out so we can have our life back.
It, it's
Yeah.
it, it is a positive thing though. So at least
No, it's not. They are okay. So on one hand, perhaps it would be different if they actually cared about the culture and they were actually getting to the lifestyle because they wanted to learn how to farm. They wanted to learn these things.
uh, not
They're
just
not. You
party.
see what I'm saying? They just want to look the part
Mhm.
and show up at these trail rides and stuff and
So
try to dictate to the people that's been doing it for 20 something years how it should be.
they telling you,
Okay. Yeah, like this girl the other day, she posted, now mind you, she has a club, but it's not a saddle club. They don't really ride horses, they just line dance. And she's like, yeah, when we're at the trail rides, if you don't know the dance, just get out of the way and da 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 da. Well, first of all, sweetie, it's a trail ride. It's not a line dance party. We don't have to get out of the way. How about y'all have y'all own separate schedule with just y'all line dancing people? And
mm,
then everybody that comes knows exactly what's happening on the dance floor.
all right, well,
J, J, J. Anthony, can you hear us?
No, I can't hear you at all.
oh,
Really? Oh,
hey,
I was like,
hey, but we can hear you. That's
we
that's a
can.
plus.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
What's going
boss.
on?
hey, how are
Yeah,
you? Happy New
man.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
look terrific. I got a question. So I read your bio. So, um,
Oh my God.
no,
Well, Lord, here we go.
no, I was the when you're a master tradesman and also I'm being a tailor, right?
Uh
So, how influential have been your style? Other, you're a
I,
tailor, right?
yeah, I'm a tailor.
Yeah. I mean, fashion. That's your thing for years.
Yeah, yeah, and I know for the way I used to dress and compared to the way I dress now, but I do know horrible dressers, and in my opinion, um,
A lot of
um,
comedians are horrible dressers. So, I did you ever pull?
yeah. Yeah, I think some of the best dressed comedians are people like Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Don DC Curry. But in terms of people who are on TV who are horrible dressers, nobody's worse than Stephen A. Smith. Nobody.
Yeah, his suits is horrible.
Well,
Yeah, Steve and
he
the other guy, the
got a young
football.
girlfriend now.
Yeah,
He
his
got a
suits
young
is horrible.
girlfriend.
Well,
Well,
you see his clothes. He doesn't have something young in him.
somebody, yeah, he needs somebody to pick his clothes. I know I'm from the way I'm dressed now, but but I know a horrible dresser when I see one. But I was a tailor by trade for about 20 years before I even got into stand-up comedy. So I made clothes and did alterations, and I wanted to be a designer, and I went to tailoring school because most designers, well, now they can, but back in the day, most designers can't sew. They could draw the garment and have somebody to make it. So that's why I got into it. I loved it, and I did pretty good at it. I did real good at it in terms of
Hey,
making money. I did well. I enjoyed it.
um, a fashion store or a clothes store rather?
I had my own. I had my own line of suits. I was making stuff, and when we get up, I'll send you some of my jackets that I still make. I don't make the jackets, but I take these denim jackets and I put my artwork on them. So I'll
Mhm.
send you some pictures that you can post later on. So
I
who is
love
everybody?
denim.
Yeah, yeah. Who is everybody?
I'm Anaya Daffe. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm great,
Yeah.
and I love denim. So I want to
Okay.
see that. Do you make anything for ladies?
Yeah, the denim jackets can be worn by anybody. Yeah,
Okay,
they can be
unisex.
worn. Yeah.
Love it.
I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Aaron Fleet DJs.
And
How you
I'm
doing?
Klassik.
Doing
All
good.
right. All right. And where is everybody? Everybody's in a different location, right? Y'all in the same
Yeah,
place?
North Carolina,
North
We're in North
Carolina,
Carolina.
What part?
Charlotte.
Oh my God.
Raleigh.
My mother used to send me to Charlotte, North Carolina every summer to stay with my cousins who were 7-day Adventists. It is the worst summer vacation a kid could take because 7-day Adventists, no disrespect to the religion, but they don't watch TV. There's certain things they don't eat. Saturday, you ain't watching cartoons. It's shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to high school. One of my good friends in high school was a 7-day Adventist.
Oh my God, everything shut down on Saturday. You're like, all right, let's watch cartoons. We don't do cartoons on Saturday. Yeah.
Well,
Mm-mm.
I'm Puerto Rican, so half Puerto Ricans are either Catholic or Seventh Day Adventist. So you see it from both sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
then, huh?
So
And you
let's
can you flash can you flash your wine?
Who, me?
uh
Yeah, show him your wine because he make you know.
oh, you
he
got
makes
your own wine?
yeah, she
Oh,
got
Wait,
her
wait.
own
okay.
wine.
No, tell us about your wine.
Hey, baby girl,
Yes.
I'm in here with my daughter. Hey, go in that back room back there and look in the box and
Oh,
get
we
your
want
bottle of my wine.
all that while we got you on, but I want to know about the wine right now.
The wine was started. I was approached by a wine company that's located in Texas, a black-owned wine company, and wanted to know if I wanted my own wine. Now, and what they do is they send you different samples,
Hmm.
and I like this, don't like this, and they mix it up like you want to. And the original name I wanted to call my wine was Drunken in the Mofo, but they would not. they because they wouldn't let me do that because you can't have a product that um that that says you're going to get drunk. You're going to have a different
Yeah,
name about it.
promotes
Yeah.
intoxicity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't have uh, you know cancer cigarettes. You can get cancer from smoking cigarettes, but they're not going to allow you to call the name cancer. So
What
Right.
if you said
it's
it in
actually,
French?
yeah, you could say it in French. Yeah.
That
I don't know how to
that'll
speak
probably be
French.
real. It'll sound real
Yeah,
fancy and everything.
And,
Nobody
yeah,
would know.
and
nobody would know. So
Jeremy,
they let me do it, and I'm going to. My daughter went to get a couple of bottles of it, but I also have my peanuts. I have wine, peanuts, wine, and hot sauce.
well,
What
we
is
Yeah,
the
Ooh,
wine? What is it? Sweet? Like what is the
it's
taste?
I have a Merlot, and then I have
that's what I'm talking about.
a sparkling type wine. So yeah, I have two of them, and I'll send you some. Everybody in the same location now, or everybody's at home.
well, you can send it to me, and I'll see if they can get some of that. Shit.
I,
He
Um,
is not gonna share.
We ain't gonna
what
He
get
you
is
that
not gonna
bottle.
share.
what you
share.
do? You pass the bottle around, take it. You
We ain't
take.
gonna get that bottle.
We'll never see it. We will never see it.
So I also seen that you have some products that don't have sugar or low.
Yes, I have a low sodium peanuts, and I have low sodium hot sauce. Because I'm a
Nice.
diabetic, so I do have that. But I have right now. I have new peanuts.
Mhm,
I have and somebody told me if you put the word gourmet
mhm.
on your product,
Hmm.
people go ooh. So I
Yeah.
have gourmet plain nuts, gourmet sweet nuts,
Oh,
gourmet hot nuts.
Ooh.
It's in an open box back there. Gourmet hot nuts, gourmet brown nuts, which are the nuts in chocolate, and gourmet mixed nuts.
can you also have a line called Gourmet Big Nuts?
Yeah, there was, but I do have gourmet mixed nuts, and
Oh,
I'm gonna send you some of. Now here's the thing: I'm gonna send you some of my nuts and wine. But the wine, when you get the wine, you're gonna tell me it's okay. But once you get the peanuts, you have to call me and say, Jay, hey man, I like your nuts. You
So
have
hold.
to say that.
But that actually pairs well, though. I wish I
It
had like I
does.
would love to eat some peanuts, drink my wine.
Uh,
That's a nice little vibe.
It
Yeah.
does pair well. You
yeah.
Yeah.
people
So
Well,
know.
you
that's
gotta have the
it.
peanuts and the
That's
wine.
Yeah, that's my one right there. Yeah. So
Nice.
what I'm gonna do if I get it, everybody's address, give it to my publicist, and I'll make sure everybody gets a bottle. And what do you want? You want the hot? I'm asking men now. You want the hot nuts, sweet nuts, plain nuts, or the chocolate nuts?
Well, I don't want no chocolate nuts. Just give me-
Yeah, I want no try.
Hey,
Oh
oh,
man.
nah. No, but that's good. Low sodium because I have high blood pressure in my family.
Okay.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
we kind of looking towards taking care of our lifestyle.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. I got you. Send in everything you need to and I'll take care of it.
You're only gonna get one request from me. Shit. Where's she at? You'll be getting a laundry list of stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
She
yeah.
does. I think she silenced herself. It looks like she's there, but
She's
I
there.
see her. Yes.
She just silent.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. That's good.
So I see you have put out a Christmas album. What made you want to do that?
Well, when I was doing the Tom Joyner show, I would do these song parodies. We probably did in 20 years. We probably did 300 or 400 songs,
Yeah.
and it was just something to do to write some original Christmas song. One of the Christmas songs I wrote was "Santa's Got a Side Piece Santa."
Side piece
Uh,
Santa.
Side piece Santa and Santa's got a wish list. But I think my favorite, which is not on the album, is this is this is your last Christmas with me. So
That sounds great.
a lot of breakups happen
That
right
could be
after
that could be
Christmas.
a theme song
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. I just want you to know this is your last Christmas with me. So that's how it goes. So that's why I
I
did the
like
Christmas
that.
song.
yeah.
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 I got dumped after 3 Kings Day and Christmas one year. Um, hey, don't make that. I got a question. I always want to. How was the Fantastic Voyage with Tom Joyner when y'all was like early '90s when y'all was really kicking and slanging?
And it is still good.
I'm
I'm going to say this: when I did the Tom Joyner show,
mm-hmm.
and from what's on the radio now, I'm not taking away from anybody about
Hmm.
what they're doing at a particular time. But when we did the Tom Joyner show, when the Tom Joyner was in its quote unquote heyday,
Yes.
there was no show better than the Tom Joyner show.
I agree.
It
Yeah.
just did not exist. That's not taken away from Steve Harvey, Richard Smiley, Russ Parr, Charlemagne the God. No, and I
It's
think
not the same
it's
though.
not the same.
Yeah,
I
it's
The
not the
think
same.
formula that y'all had.
yeah, one of the differences at that particular point, we were the only game in town.
Mm.
There wasn't so much saturation of the market in terms of entertainment, and then Tom did not use it to just give out music and play the hits. He had a cause. He did things. He drove people to the polls. He had Doctor Day. If you were selling something that was against black people, he spoke up about it. So when we were in our heyday and we would do the Sky Show, people would camp out at 1 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
1 o'clock at night for a show that came on at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there would be a line around the block. So I just enjoyed the time that I was there, and it was like I said, in my opinion, it was one of the greatest shows on the radio. And if you were in your 40s or something like that and you heard the show,
Hmm.
you had to listen because that was a station your mom and dad
Yeah,
put
it
the
was.
station on
Well,
and you had no
Every
choice. Yeah.
morning she
Yeah.
get ready for
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, whoever the live person, the performance was gonna be. That's another thing. Nobody, I don't even think to this day,
Nobody's
nobody
done
is
that.
bringing live performances at
No.
6 a.m.
No,
In
they
the
wasn't.
morning.
They still
Yeah.
ain't. They ain't never gonna
Full
do it.
band,
Full
everything.
bands live. And one of the things I remember, one of the things we had Rick James when he just got out of
Oh,
jail.
damn.
Rick James was on stage and said, "I'm in this motherfucker."
It was very organic. It was the
Yeah.
energy was very organic. The
Yeah.
chemistry between everybody there was
Yeah.
unmatched, you
You're right.
know.
It was a mixture. It was a show where everybody the people on there were people on the show that at any point they could stand out. And what I liked about the show, and if you listen to the show, even to this day, when we went to the commercial, we went to commercial either with a point or
Yeah.
with a joke. Most of
Hmm.
the time, we went with a joke, and that stayed on your mind. And I can remember there were people, that would say, "Well, did you hear what such and such?" You don't have that anymore with radio. You just don't
No.
have that. Or did you hear what such and such said? Did you hear what such and such said? And you just don't have that. So it was a great opportunity to be a part of something that big. And like I said, also, you don't really realize how big that show was until you don't have it anymore. It was huge. It
Hmm.
was the biggest show in the country, an urban show, an urban show. It really was.
Radio is gossip now. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, you're
That's
right.
all
It's
it
You're
a
is.
lot
absolutely
of
right.
Gossip.
messiness, and I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
it
all it
does
is.
more negative, it has a more negative impact than the
You're
positive. And
right.
that's one thing out of the entire run of the Tom Jordan morning show, people left that show feeling empowered for their work day,
Right.
feeling motivated.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a little word, you're gonna get a
Yeah.
you're gonna get a little laugh,
You're gonna get a
but it
laugh,
was
you're gonna get knowledge, and
all
you're gonna go
positive.
get told what to do that would help you. And not to mention there were some people that, if I'm going to work and I got to be there at 8:30 and I get there at 8:20, I'm gonna sit in the car and hear the rest of this show till I can walk
Hmm.
into this
Right,
building.
right.
And
There's
it was so weird that you still meet people to this day. And like I said, it wasn't just because of me. It was because there were so many elements of the show that you don't have on any radio show now. Sybil Wilkes, George Wallace, Mara J,
Yes.
Miss Dupree,
Yes.
Tavis Smiley, Jackie Reed, Reverend Sharpton. Um, we had the greats on our show.
Power
Yeah,
players.
and you just don't get that in terms of people who are speaking power to people on
Hmm.
radio to this day. You don't get it.
Now, one
No.
of the other things that I noticed too, and I could be wrong, but because I was a little younger then, but I noticed too that I feel like just as a brand,
Right.
Tom Joyner also sparked the black travel movement with the cruises.
Oh, the
There's a
cruise.
lot of
There's a
people
lot of
that
cruises
wasn't
now.
going nowhere.
Yeah, yeah,
They weren't doing
yeah,
anything.
yeah. He
They
changed the
wasn't thinking
game.
about getting no passport. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't thinking about doing none of that.
I
When Tom Joyner started the cruise,
And now
oh,
there's cruises everywhere. And
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that
Everybody cruising.
the market has been saturated with cruise, and now you're getting, and not all of us, but you're getting the attitude that it's a younger type of personality that are cruising. So you're getting a younger type problem. We didn't have those problems on our cruise that
Yeah.
you
mhm.
see on cruises nowadays. We just didn't. It didn't exist. So
I
Everybody
yeah,
had something
Eh,
to lose. They had to be back to
yeah.
work.
yeah,
You're right. You're right. You're right.
everybody's educated and
Yeah.
have knowledge to know, like we have a
Yeah, and maybe you don't have that now when people.
list.
Man.
Man,
So
so you also comedy a comedy club. You still have one in
Oh,
the
no, I closed it up. It was called the J Spot. I had it for 11 years, and what I liked about it, I never made a dime from that club, not one penny. But it was a place where at that particular time, black comics in LA could come and work on their craft. And it is sad, after the 30 years I spent in LA, that LA does not have a black quote unquote comedy club. All these clubs, these white quote unquote white on or Hispanic or whatever, who's ever, they have what I have been calling Negro night,
right.
yeah.
but they don't have an established black comedy club. And it's sad that at one particular time there were four black comedy clubs. There was the Comedy Act Theater, there was my club, there was other two other clubs that opened up at that particular time, and at this particular time, right now, none exists, and it's just sad. It's a sad state of affairs. But I've always said, and I got this quote from Mr. Johnson: the hardest thing for some black people to do is support other black people who are doing stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And that's sometimes with any race.
Yeah.
Because your own people will be the first people to go someplace and shop. And it's no disrespect on a person in business, but Asians sell more chicken than black people.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
crazy. So tell us about your hobby of playing the harmonica.
Oh my God.
You, hey,
Go
now
and give
you.
us something real
Hey,
quick.
let me see that
Look,
thing.
he looking for it. He looking for it. Go and give us a
Oh,
little something right quick.
I, hey, I,
Babe, you see my harmonica up there?
hey,
My
hey,
harmonica's up there.
I know you got a parody where you could put some Southern soul into it.
Yeah, I have. It's on the counter. Wait a minute, I got it right here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me play. Yeah. Now,
Hey,
what people don't know about the harmonica, what most people don't know about harmonica. I've also challenged Stevie Wonder to play, and I
Oh
know
yeah.
he'll blow me out. Yeah. I'm having a. I'm
yeah,
having a. This is crazy. I'm
he can't.
having a billboard put up in L.A. to challenge Stevie Wonder. Now, people say, "Well, why would you put a billboard?" We know he can't see, but somebody gonna tell him
Oh,
that
yeah.
billboard is up there,
Yes.
and maybe he'll call me. So most, like I said, most people don't know about harmonicas. Harmonicas are all harmonicas have a different key. So that's why if you see a harmonica player, they're going to have maybe 8 to 9
Different
harmonicas
ones.
you have to play in different keys. The
Yeah.
harmonica that Stevie Wonder plays is what's called a chromonica. And a chromonica, if you notice, he has a little button on
He
the
can
side.
change the key.
He can change, yeah, he can change. It's sharps and flats. The key
Mm,
is the same, but it's either sharp or
or
flat.
flat.
That I
So
didn't
Gotcha.
know.
don't ask me what a sharp is, and don't ask me what a
Hey,
flat is.
Now I
That's just
have
something
seen
me.
a harmonica player have this thing where he plays it's like attached to him and then he'll have
Oh, okay.
multiple ones. So that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I
yeah.
never knew why cuz I was into music. I played the trumpet and that kind of thing and I never understood why, but that's why then he had the different ones
Let me
cuz
see
it's
if I
all
can.
different keys. That's interesting.
hey, was little Walter that good at playing her? Oh,
Sit. That's about all I can do right now.
So what
No.
harmonica is that you got?
That's a key in C.
All right.
One of the greatest harmonicas is oh God, I can't think of his name, but he played with War Lee Oscar. His
Oh,
name is
well,
Lee Oscar. He
okay.
plays, like the sound. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
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 war.
dun.
dun,
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 That's
dun,
dun.
dun.
that's harmonica. Yeah, yeah. All my friends ride a low rider, and it's so weird when I used to hear that song. I never knew what a low rider was because I was in South Carolina, so I never. A low rider is a car, but yeah, he's one of the greatest. One of the greatest. Him and Stevie Wonder are fantastic harmonica players.
Nice. That's awesome. So, okay, now you showed us the wine and we talked about the nuts and
My
everything.
nuts, right?
I'm a hot sauce girl. I put that shit on everything. Um, what's up with the hot sauce? When can
I
we get the
have.
hot sauce?
I'm going to send you hot sauce too. I'm
You
going to send. I
and
have. Go
then
ahead.
fine. They're not getting it.
Send it to you. They're not.
Me, yeah, they're not getting it. That I mean,
I'm texting she right now, so
oh,
I'm giving her the information. You
oh,
Thank
know.
you,
okay,
All right.
good.
Here,
Classic.
all right. So we can keep it simple. We can keep it simple.
So, what
When
is the
you
hot sauce called?
The hot sauce is called, one of them is called Hotter Than a Mofo. They allowed me to put that on the hot sauce because it is really hot. It is the hottest. What people don't know about hot sauce is that hot sauce is measured on Schofield points. I don't know who Schofield is, but if you look on the side of a bottle of hot sauce, it'll have the temperature setting of how hot a hot sauce is.
Mm-hmm.
My hot sauce, it's not the hottest hot sauce ever, but it's pretty hot. So I have hotter than the mofo, which is really hot, really, really hot. I have peach and pepper, cayenne, habanero, garlic. So with those, when you talk to she, let her know which flavor you want. If you want the real hot, I'll see. So everybody get one bottle of
I
hot
don't want
sauce.
no hot. I don't want no
Yeah,
hot.
That
you.
garlic hot
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, it's not the garlic is not hot. The peach and pepper is my favorite, and the habanero is one of my favorites. The
I think I'm
habanero,
gonna rock with the habanero
Of
then.
course.
okay, yeah. Let
Oh,
let she know, and
Okay.
we'll take care of it.
How
of
can anybody get this stuff? It's like on your
Oh
website.
yeah, it's online. Go to the J. Anthony Brown, the Mofo Stone.
Okay.
J. Anthony
The
Brown, the
mofo stove.
Mofo Stone. Yeah, and you can get my hot sauce and my wine and my nuts. Yeah,
I love it. I love the brands and the marketing.
yeah,
Everything
yeah,
is mofo
yeah.
so
at the
Mofo
mofo stove.
at the
so what is
Mofo
the what
Stone.
is What is the National Hot Sauce Day? What is that?
It's coming up. She just told me about it, but it's coming up. Maybe somebody who's at the
She said it was like
uh,
on the
uh
22nd or something like that.
yeah, National Hot Sauce Day. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be giving some hot sauce. But what I'll do, if you guys are doing a show, then I'll send you some hot sauce to give away
Okay.
on National Hot Sauce Day. So and just make sure you let she know what you want.
All right. So, you being a comedian, what made you want to get into that? You know what I'm saying? From a long,
I do not know, man. I just you know how
you always
I
thought you
just
was funny.
no, that was never the point. I always thought that I wanted to be around funny people.
Okay.
I knew, everybody's got those relatives or cousins that when they come, you want to be in earshot because you know they're going to say something funny.
Right.
I always wanted to be around funny people. I remember in school, I was not the funniest. I wanted to be Rogers Dawkins was funny. There was a couple other people who were very funny. Some of the girls were Janet Van, Dora Brown. They were just funny, and it was just something. My love for comedy, I always had it. And back in the day when I was younger, I'd stay up and watch Johnny Carson. And what a lot of people don't know was back in the day, there was no TV guide. TV
Yeah.
guide didn't exist. When you would know who was on the show when they would announce, and tonight we have such and such, such and such. And
Hmm.
comedian, I'm like, okay, we got comedian somebody. I'm staying up and I'm watching. And the first time I went on stage to do comedy, I told this guy at this club, I'll never forget it, a place called the Pirates Club. It was in Columbia, South Carolina. And I had listened to a lot of Red Fox and a lot of Bill Cosby. And I go to this club and I said, I've been doing comedy for, a couple of years. I'm only gonna be in town. And he said, well, come on out tonight. I'll let you go up. I went up and I was so bad. It was, and for a comedian, uh, there's two
What make
things
you say it
about
was so bad? Like the crowd wasn't
oh,
into
you know when you're bad.
it?
For a comedian, the worst thing that can happen to a comedian is to bomb on stage. And the funniest thing for a comedian is to watch another comedian bomb on stage because you've been there and it's just funny to see him or her dig themselves in a hole. So yeah. And I moved to Atlanta and I was working as a tailor, and they had this club in Atlanta called Mr. V's, and Mr. V's was a real upscale entertainment club. And on the last night that they were open, they were having an amateur night,
Yeah.
and so I go up, and I had worked out on my material, and I didn't get booed. I didn't get booed, and the owner approached me as to being an MC, and that really was the turning point for me because it allowed me to have a platform to work every week. And so by the time I got to LA, I was ready. I was ready. Even with the radio, I was ready, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody who did radio, but there was nobody better than me in terms of quickness on the radio. Nobody. No, there's nobody. They do not exist. And I'm talking side, I'm the sidekick, so I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody was quicker than me. Nobody was faster than me. Nobody. They don't exist. And it was just a gift from God. And the fact that I love radio so much. But what the thing I like now, the internet has changed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This what we're doing right now. You couldn't do this 20 years ago. This didn't exist.
Right.
Right.
You had to
Right.
ask a TV station, could you do this? And a TV station, in most cases, would say, well, we got enough people doing this. But
Yeah.
now all you need is your cell phone and a microphone, and you in business.
Was you getting paid when you was doing the comedy at the club or no? You just
Oh,
doing it?
yeah. For Mr. V's, I made. I remember I was making $500 a show, but I
Oh,
had
that's
a
not
tailor.
bad.
That's not bad
That's
though.
good money. But I
Yeah.
had a tailoring job, so with a tailoring job, I was set. I was good. I was.
Driving a Cadillac with
Yeah, man.
With
No,
your cigar.
my first real car was a Ford Escort. So I ain't,
No Cadillac, huh?
no.
no Cadillac didn't come to later on, man.
You make $500 in one night. My uncles and my daddy and they made $500 a week, and they all had Cadillacs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Ain't that ain't
growing up,
priority
my
to some of
my first memories of you as a comedian was with your punchline. You know,
Watch out
watch
there
out
now.
there now. How did that start?
Okay, this is actually a true story. A friend of mine by the name of Dave Horowitz, who is, everybody's got that cool white boy friend
Oh,
who just cool.
oh, so you used to go to his house for Passover and shit.
I
Then.
go to his house for Passover. He was cool, so I took him to a black club because we worked on the Arsenio Hall show,
Oh,
and he took me to a hockey game.
I
So
love hockey.
as we're going to the hockey game, we passed this elderly gentleman. And he went, "Watch out there, young fella," kind of like that. And I said, just off the top of my head, "You see, Dave, uh, that's how old black guys speak." And I was able to make a joke out of that. So when I went to Def Jam, when you audition for Def Jam or when you did the show Def Jam, I got accepted to do the show. You have to go to rehearsal. And to rehearsal, you have to let them know your first joke and your last joke so they could fade out.
okay.
Well, I had a joke about people laughing, covering their mouth. Some people who don't have teeth, they cover their mouth. That was a joke I had. One of the comedians who went up before me, who was at the rehearsal, did my joke.
Oh
So
wow.
now I'm like, oh Lord. I
Wow.
mean, I can't go out going, he took my joke, because they didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
So I went down, I swear this is true. I go down in the basement and I said, I gotta be calm. I gotta calm down. I can't go out there upset because nobody knew me.
Yeah.
And I put the watch out there now joke in. And I've only watched that twice. The response from that joke was just unbelievable. I never thought it would get the response that it would get. The rest is history. The rest is history. Yeah,
So
because
we
when I said it,
So
I could.
look, so him stealing your joke was really a blessing in disguise.
Yep.
It was a blessing in disguise because I put it in, and I don't think I was going to do that joke. Yeah, I was going to do something else, and it worked. And the number of people that still to this day watch out there, and I got to say it right. If they say watch out there now, and I don't answer them with the enthusiasm that they had,
they ain't do it right.
they're upset. No, that ain't how it goes. You ain't do it right.
Right.
So yeah, that's where that came from.
So you freestyled that joke because he
Nah,
had your joke.
he had my other joke,
Yeah,
right?
you
Yeah,
Yeah,
said you
you
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
freestyled
said,
that
you was
one.
the quickest. You
Yeah,
had to
you
be quick on your
Yeah. I
feet.
got to put something else in here. I got to do something else. Right, right.
All
So
right.
is that like a big thing? Because I've heard a few comedians say that this person stole their material or that person stole that material. Like,
Well, I'm going to say this: comics steal. They do steal, but the
Mhm.
other thing is, it's possible for two people to have the same idea at a different time.
Yeah.
mhm.
It is.
It is possible
Mhm.
because you'll be sitting at home watching something that you think you're going to say and somebody will say it first. Now, do you not say it because somebody else say it, or do you say it now? There's a group of comedians that just steal shit.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They see you do something. I say a lot of comedians write with a VCR, you know.
Oh,
So,
Mm,
so yeah, it's possible. Some are creative and some are thieves. But it's like that with any job. Just
yes.
with what it is you guys are doing here. There's
yeah.
some people that are going to steal your ideas. Ideas are out there, and you put them in the universe. People will steal them. So
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
yeah. Well, you did good. You did your
Well,
big
I
one.
did all right. Yes, yes.
And like that's
You did
still
more than
all these
I.
years later,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
type of good I'm trying to do. I want somebody to feel my nuts when
Still,
I'm
yeah.
um, buy my nuts. But before we, I mean, it was an honor and a privilege to have you on here. But before we, what would you like to mention? You know,
I know you guys are gonna post this, but I'm gonna send you later on if you do another show. I'm gonna send you some of my artwork that I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna
okay.
send you pictures of the jackets, and I'm definitely gonna send you my wine, my hot sauce, and some of my peanuts. And one of the things I'd like to do is to maybe take this opportunity to encourage people to just be cool. I know we're upset. A lot of us, not all of us, are upset that
Hmm.
our girl didn't win, but I just think it's going to be a dumpster fuck with homeboy in the White House, and all we got to do is sit back and watch a clown show.
Yep.
Because it is going to be a clown show.
Oh,
Yeah.
better.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has begun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
already
has began,
started. You're
and
right.
he's not even in office.
No.
He's not.
It don't start to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it's
then
already started.
you could be upset at Coon Dog if you want to for going and sing. Oh, I'm sorry, Snoop Dogg for going to sing.
Yeah, that video that he did, 4 years ago or however long, that
Yeah.
didn't age well. That
But
did
you
not
got to
age well.
understand, there's always going to be a group of people they're going to take the 30 pieces of gold. There's always going to be somebody.
Yeah.
So then, and it's enticing to a lot of people. But that, like you said, if you're going to talk all that shit 4 years ago, what makes you go do a DJ show where you got to DJ your own damn self?
You gotta go out and perform.
Yeah. And my reason for Coon Dog, I mean Snoop Dogg performing is the fact that Snoop is corporate now. It's not the
Yeah.
same Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Exactly. And that's why I
Yeah.
feel like he gets a little bit of a pass, because this is not Death Row Snoop Dogg.
No.
I got on different
No.
head today.
No.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
not Death Row Snoop Dogg. This
No,
is Martha Stewart's.
Yeah, this is Martha
homie.
Stewart. I looked it up, and anybody can look it up. Snoop Dogg is affiliated with at least 15 to 20 companies. And so you're going to get that call. If he's with T-Mobile.
Yeah, he
Now,
went
I don't know
T-Mobile.
if T-Mobile gave Trump money, but I'm pretty sure some big company gave Trump money and said, we need your boy to sing. And so he sung. And
Yeah.
it is. But like you said, and old people will say this, all money ain't good money. And then at some point you got to go, I ain't doing that. No, I ain't doing that.
He got enough money.
Or just
turn
stay
it down.
impartial and don't put things out there on social media, because that digital footprint is everlasting.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing I like about the internet, because I do this joke on stage called, and if anybody knows what I'm talking about, what you try not to become is a member of that time. You want to go through life where you don't become a member of that time. Now, what is a member of that time? Something stupid happens to you. Your friends see it. You're at a picnic, and here it comes. It comes up. You remember that time when them little people jumped on you and beat your ass? So Snoop has become a member of that time. Remember that time you said you wouldn't dance? Now you're dancing. And so that's the difference between somebody in their 40s and somebody who's 73 like me. I say we're all a stupid. The difference in stupidity in us and my age, there ain't no video of the dumb shit I did.
Nah.
Right.
Then I can tell you one of the dumbest things I ever did was lock myself in a trunk. When I was about 12 years old, my mama opened the trunk because I was bamming on the trunk, and she beat my ass. Now, you would have never known that because I just told you that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of dumb shit now that with your
People
40,
post it.
if that's posted,
Yeah.
that is posted. So now you not only are you a member of that time, there's video. So you can't
It's
deny that you
everlasting.
said, to be around forever.
Yep.
Yep.
We appreciate you. You know.
Man, thank you guys for having
Thank
me.
you so much. I have thoroughly enjoyed
We
you.
had fun
Thank
with
you
these.
guys. Thank you. And shout out to my publicist, because she's if she books me for something, I'm gonna get 100 calls. So it's not that I'm gonna miss it. It's not gonna happen. And she's on top of it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you guys, man. Keep up the good work. Yeah.
We appreciate you. Keep going with those businesses.
We're gonna spread them nuts around. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was gonna say, can I just sell Puerto Rican nuts? But never mind.
Thank you guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Oh man, that was great.
That was good.
Thank y'all. See y'all later.
Thank you. Yes,
Good
thank
night.
you. That was awesome, man. That's somebody that I grew up watching. Like, I know the Def Jam episode that he's talking about. I have a couple of Def Jam VHS tapes, like the Def Jam All Stars. You know how they have like volume 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So I think I actually have the one with his stand up on it with him when he was on there.
Last couple weeks, they're legends, but Klassik. You know what I mean? How we gonna end it?
Pitching and grinding. We'll see you next week. You know what I'm
See you
saying?
next week.
You have a great
All right,
guest.
y'all.
All right.
All right.